Hello, I'm Glenn Tobey. I'm a Springfar Shikang master and a psychotherapist. The topic of this 5-minute talk is on the theme of the art of coming home, but a little bit of focus is on adventures. So I'm walking up the stairs to my office. So every morning or every day, I walk up these stairs heading toward my office. So as a psychotherapist, more frequently, but also as a Shikang master. You know, the two combine so beautifully. So if I was a little boy, so to speak, and say, you know, what's my title? Oh, I'm a leader of adventures. I lead people on into adventures into jungles and over ridges and across mountains and what does a Springfar Shikang master do? Same thing. Maybe you go deeper. You know, go deeper into the adventures in your life. So a lot of times when other people come walking up these stairs, you know, they turn to come into my office and then they come in. And then when they sit down, you know, I kind of greet them, you know, I welcome them in and a little chit chat. But almost always, kind of the sentence I give to them, okay, tell me about what adventures you've been having this last period of time. You know, your outward adventures, but most of all, your inward adventures. What are the adventures you're having? So maybe the outward adventures have influenced your life right now, and maybe your inward, adventures have, impacted your life. Nonetheless, I'm the leader of adventures. I'll help you explore that outside adventure, kind of unpack that story, so to speak, and let's go explore this inner journey as well. I'll help you to unpack those stories as well. There's so many things inside. None of them are bad. So the idea, though, is I might have some information for them. So in my study of Springfar Shikang and my study of psychological language, it's almost like I'm equipped as an adventurer, a guide, to use maybe about a third of the psychological language, depression and anxiety, and maybe about a third of the Shikang language about yin and yang and understanding things from a kind of another consciousness. They're not an opposite, but sometimes people have difficult time with this language and this language. That's okay, that's part of their adventure. Their outward adventure with the Shikang or their inward adventure with their psychological, but almost like a third in between is that combination of both. Take a look at your adventure from this point of view, and then take a look at the adventure from the Shikang point of view. And Shikang's not the only thing, but that's what I use. I love it so much. And so part of why I love the psychology language, it has a history to it. But what I love about the Shikang as an adventure guide, it has an ancient history. Long time ago. So a lot of the thoughts, a lot of the concepts, a lot of the focus really is so profoundly powerful. So especially when I practice my Shikang, when I practice, when I go deeper. So I do, advise, help, guide people, inform that some of these movements can really be a helpful thing in terms of their psychological pursuit of unpacking their story. And to learn how to meditate, very, very important. I tell almost everyone, learn how to meditate, even if it's just a little bit. Learn how to meditate for a minute. Sit on the couch at home just for a minute even, or in your office, or waiting for something. The more you can kind of go deeper with that, coming back to a calmness, your adventure, you won't be disappointed. There's more and more adventures to go on. So the adventure of life, So then I bring people into my office, and I invite you, not so much to come into my office, but to experience the feeling that others might have as they're coming up the stairs. Everybody has been different. I don't think in my many years as being a psychotherapist or a Springfar Shikang master, I've ever met somebody with the same story. So for me, the adventure is, wow, I wonder what adventure this person is going to have as they're coming up the stairs. Wow, I wonder what their inside adventure is. I wonder what their outside adventure is. It's never the same. Everything is different. Everything is processed differently. So then I welcome to my door, to the healing arts, whatever that may be for them. And then they have them come in. And they start the process that I started with you, a few stairs down. Welcome to Adventureland, so to speak. The psychology language and the Shikang language, so powerful, so rich. So, how's your adventures been lately? Your outside adventures and your inside adventures, very important. Thank you for listening.